I'm John Florer. I'm located in Dallas, Texas. Lived here my entire life. I am a sales growth consultant working for a technology-based company that helps other companies with their growth challenges. And I've been invested in one Ashcroft deal so far. Multifamily was never on my radar. Again, is from an investment vehicle and concerns with volatility in the overall stock market and wanting to diversify a bit. I was really interested in single family residential, but like I mentioned previously, the ability to create kind of yield and income there on a continual basis takes a lot of scale, and that's just kind of what led me as I did more research that the apartment complex communities and multifamily is just a wonderful asset class for a number of reasons. It's a longer term investment, but if it's underwritten correctly, it should be able to weather a storm quite well, and you're getting that capital preservation, cash flow, and potentially equity multiples in 3, 5, 7 years down the road. I just felt like it was while it's a large institutional class organization now as it's grown over time, I just felt like watching through podcasts and outreach and learning more about Joe Fairless, it just felt like it's the large company that feels small to me. So it offers all the strength and security of a very large organization, but at the same time it has a very personalized mom and pop almost feel to it, if you will. It's got a level of personalization. This wouldn't be an objection against Ashcroft itself, but just for me in general, taking some funds out of an IRA that are kind of, I guess, actively managed by a financial party. They're frowning against alternative asset class. This is risky, but I felt like this, for me personally, it was a relatively small position in my portfolio when I made this investment. And it was, it felt good getting over that hurdle, and it's felt better, seeing the performance and really experiencing it, firsthand. And I'm looking to do more as I move forward. I'm excited about Ashcroft Capital, and we may get into this a little bit further, but I learned of Ashcroft through Joe Fairless, and we'll maybe talk a little bit about my investor journey. But from what I've seen, the track record, the professional level of communications and outreach, and the management, and the way it continues to grow, they're moving into funds, vertical integration with the property management being brought in-house. I'm super excited about the things that are happening at Ashcroft. The entire thing's really been seamless. The way the opportunities are marketed to, the level of insight and information, the webinars, the collateral, gives me a really good feeling about how, as I want to make an investment choice, because these are material amounts of money that are being deployed. I just feel really good about, that transparency on the investments, and, seeing what you're getting into. And then, for me, and I mentioned I've only done one, and I actually did it through a self-directed IRA, which is a little bit more of a hurdle to get over, but that process, from receiving the offering, the PPM, and all the fund legal documents was pretty seamless. The Ashcroft team was great working with my, the trust company that manages my self-directed IRA, and then just kind of ongoing, the investor communications has just been great. There's a huge track record. Again, which I think is really important in this space. This, the attraction to syndication, I think it's just exploded over the last couple of years in particular, at least from my vantage point, as I've been kind of studying this space a little closer. But track record, ease of doing business with, and just the scale, right? I mean, it's, like I mentioned, I think there's still going to be individual property opportunity syndications, and then the funds coming online, which is even a similar type returns and profile, but I think even a little bit more diversified, because you're going to have, 5, 6, maybe 10 properties in one fund. So I think there's, many more than 3, but great reasons to believe and invest here. So far, I'm a little over a year in on this particular property, and it's, if you consider the pro forma, I think it's played out exactly to the pro forma. So I've been thrilled with that, and again, I love the insights around how the business plan's being executed, where things are working out as they intended. Some cases maybe better than intended, and then if there's any gotchas or issues, those are called out as well. So just the ongoing spirit of transparency and, delivering, on time the way it was kind of laid out. I want to continue to support Ashcroft. I feel like if it's working for me and this is a business of scale, you want to hear other investors who are maybe like me, at a point where, you start thinking honestly more about retirement, you want to generate passive income. I didn't even mention, some of the potential tax benefits with accelerated depreciation and some of those things. I think there's just a lot of really strong financial reasons to do this. And I would hope other like-minded individuals I consider myself relatively conservative, would want to hear a story from me and be inclined to, give a really strong look at, investing some of their hard-earned dollars here and taking advantage of some of the benefits that are possible. Absolutely. And again, it's, the ease of doing business, the confidence I have in the organization overall and in the track record. So yeah, absolutely. And this is, not necessarily a financial benefit but I think it plays to the ease of doing business. So, the investor portal is a really nice experience as well. So, one click away, very secure, all your information, K1s, overall, performance of your investment. So I like that a lot. I think, it's a great benefit to have that. And, another thing I think a testimony to Ashcroft was timeliness of K1s. If you've ever invested in any type of alternative fund or MLPs, these K1s, taxes are typically due April 15th and K1s kind of can come at the very last minute. So I was very appreciative of getting the K1 in a timely manner. And I know sometimes operators struggle for various reasons, but that was much appreciated, getting it timely.